Alright, I said I was going to do a Neverwinter video if I reach 100k with regards to this character, because it means I won't be coming back to this game for a while. Because I'm going to take a short little vacation from this game. And because I'm going to take a short little vacation from this game, I'm going to have to, let me see, short little vacation as in the next update that comes out, which should be in the next 2 months or the next month. It's gonna be a while till I play this game, maybe in like 2 months or the next month. Because here's the thing, this is why I'm not concerned about going away for about a month or two, or even 3 months, and coming back to this game. This is the reason why. The highest level you could go in this game is 105,000. That's the highest. In other words, if a new update comes out, I'll reach 105 easy, and then the next level after that will be 110, and I could reach that when I come back in the next 2 or 3 months. So not only would I be able to reach 105, but I'll be able to get to 110. And once I'm at 110, then I don't have to stress this game anymore, because it doesn't matter what dungeon I go to, I'll always be strong enough to do the dungeon. Now, mind you, the only way to survive in dungeons is to be higher than the dungeon level. So, in order to be, like I say, 105,000 dungeon level, you should actually be like 115. You should be like 10 levels above the level of the dungeon. So, I should be like at 115. But I did promise myself I will give myself a short little vacation if I get to 100k. So even if I come back in the next 2 to 3 months, I won't have to worry about stressing as much the next time around. I'll just have to level up 2 more levels and I'll be at 110k. So when the 110 one comes out, I would already, or should I say when the 115th one come out, I will already be at 115 if I go up like 3 levels when I come back from vacation. And I don't mean I'm going on vacation, I mean I'm taking a vacation away from this game. It's gonna be like a good 2 months. So I'm gonna do everything I can in my clan, and I'm gonna tell them, listen, I gotta take care of personal business. I'm gonna go away for about a good month or two, and I'm not gonna be playing this game, because what I've been doing, every time I come from work, or at least once or twice a week, probably just once a week, I've been playing this. Once or twice, no, actually no, twice a week I've been playing this, because I have the VIP. So I don't want to waste all my VIP to just one day. So twice a week, if I have the time, I play this, and I play the shit out of it twice a week. So I'm on here for like a good 2 or 3 hours on days that I'm not playing Warframe or any other game, because I have to realize if I'm going to pay for VIP out of my pockets, then I'm going to use it up. And so without further ado, I'm going to just go ahead and do this.
What can I do for you? Is there anything else?
My hocus pocus is out of focus. Powers that come and go in the night. Banish these snail things from my sight.
So what I just did is a standard in this game. So what you have to do is you have to go to home, and in home you have to select the enchantments, but you have to do it on your main character. Like I said, mythical enchantments. Once you level something up, you go into here and select the item that you leveled up. By doing this, you allow your other characters to access these enchantments through your secondary accounts, not your secondary account, your secondary characters that are attached to your main character. Because your main is, my main is the girl, and my secondary characters are two others tethered to me, two classes that I also want to play. But if those classes, if I want those classes to not go through the whole struggle of leveling up their enchantments, what I do is I go to home, I access the mythical enchantments, I press it, I select it, and I remove it and I scroll down to check if anything else is unlocked. Once that is done, I then re-put it back on the character, on my main character, and then I lock it. And after I put it back on the main character and lock it, I then change characters and I select one of these two. So that's what I did with the first character. I used her and I unlocked in the mythical enchantments in the home section, because you press your option button, then you scroll over to your characters, and then you scroll down to home, and then you go to claim rewards, and then you go to claim enchantments, unlocks. By unlocking an enchantment, it allows you to, or should I say, it allows your secondary characters to get access to that enchantment. If you don't select it from here, they'll never have access to it. So just leveling it up with your main characters is not enough. You have to select it from here in order to unlock it. By unlocking it though, you then have to re-put it back on your character, like here, and then lock it, because unlocking it unlocks that type of enchantments, which then removes it from your main character. So you gotta remember to put it back there. So that's what I did. So now those characters would never have to go through the whole struggle of leveling up those enchantments ever again. They were allowed to have access to it. All they have to do is finish their missions to make themselves strong in their own item level and the equipment that they get. So the enchantments boost their strength just a little, but they need to farm their own stuff in order to get to 100k. So for today, since I'm going to go on a short little vacation after this, I'm just going to play all the high level missions in the game, all the quays, all the high level quays, and the weekly quays, because I believe I do have 6 or 7 days of VIP. No, active for the next 22 days. Okay, so I have almost an entire month and a half still to go. So I did say I wanted to take a month off from this game, but there's no way I'm going to waste those VIP. So after those 22 days are over, I am going to go on a vacation from this game, which means after May is done, June, July, August, I'll come back to this in September. That's when I'll come back to this, sometime in September or sometime in August. Take a 2 months vacation from this game. Do I have to? Not really, but I believe after going from level 0 to level 100,000, you know, I earn the right for a vacation from this game, because the amount of time it took me just to level up everything with VIP is ridiculous. I wouldn't want to even think how long it would take to level everything up without VIP. It would have taken me more than years. It would have taken me probably more than 5 years, maybe almost an entire decade, because I play this game specifically in a week, 2 or 3 days in a week. In fact, no, I've always played this game 2 days out of a week, always. So this isn't a game I play every day. This is a game I play either 1 or 2 days out of the week, and that's how it's been for the past 3 or 4 years. The past 6 or 7 years, actually. I think I've been playing this game for a good 10 years now. Yeah, I might have actually been playing this for a good 10 years. Or maybe no. Maybe like 7 years. I believe it's been 7 since I've been playing this. Been playing Warframe longer than this. But I believe I've been playing this for about 7 years. And I've finally just reached 100k. So I deserve to have a short little vacation from this game. I previously took a short little vacation from this game once I hit 50,000k. So every 50,000 I take a short vacation from the game. So once I hit 50,000 I took a vacation from, because that took like a good 2 years to me to just reach the 50k. And then once I get to 100k, that took me about almost twice as long. So that took me an extra 3 years, 3 or 4 years. So yeah, this is not a game that will take you a short period just to get past a certain level. I mean, you can do it if you play this game every day, but if you play this game once or twice a week, there's no way you'll be able to get to 100k within just 2 years of playing this game, unless you're that dedicated per each of those 2 days. That means you would have to invest that full 24 hours. And one of the main reasons why this is not the case, even if you did, this game is locked behind a system, which is a weekly system. It gives you a weekly astral diamond count of 100,000 astral diamonds per week. So you wouldn't be able to get past a certain level of item level, even if you wanted to. You wouldn't be able to do it, because the game is not like Warframe. It locks a certain level of currency you could get per week, and every other currency you get, you have to spend a ridiculous amount of time and effort and money in order to get to a high level. And I don't invest a lot of money in this game. About the only thing I have been investing, like say once a month, I pay for a VIP, which is like $9. But the VIP is not something I pay every month. The VIP is something I pay once every 3 months, or once every 2 months. So I paid for a VIP back in January. Then in February I said screw February. Then I came back in, it's either January or February. Then I said screw February, and then I decided to take up VIP again in early March. And so yeah, so I believe it's, yeah, that's how I've been doing it for quite some time. I skip a month. I typically skip a month, or I skip 2 months. So if I didn't do VIP in December, I did it in January, and then I skipped January and went straight for February. And if I didn't skip February, then I skipped January. Either way, it's every 2 months I do a VIP. I don't typically do one VIP a month and then I pay them $9, and then the next month I pay them another $9. Screw all that. This is just a video game. This is not a cell phone company. So every 2 months I drop a $10 for VIP. That way I get to save money for other games. So yeah, after this VIP is over, I won't pay for another VIP until the next 2 or 3 months down the road. Probably back in September. September will be the next time I do a VIP. Because VIP is not, even so, VIP is not really needed unless you're using trade. The only time VIP is necessary is when you're doing trade. If you're not trading, you're just earning your armor, earning your gear, earning your currency, and then getting your own astral diamonds through weeklies and dailies. Then all the thing you have to worry about is time for you to claim weekly 100k per week. But that takes a very long time. That's why people do VIP. And it's always best, if you're trying to save money, not to pay VIP once every month. It's best to save and do VIP once every 2 months. Otherwise you'd be giving them $9 every single month, and that's like a lot of money, you know. You're dropping $120, you know, $100 to $120 before the year's over, just for VIP access of the game. And I'm not doing that. If I'm going to drop anything towards them, it's going to be half that price, or less than half that price. So every 2 months I'll drop a VIP. But yeah, because that's how I see it. When I play this game, it's like I'm playing a full price video game I buy from a store, which costs about 60 or 70 bucks. So when I'm paying for a VIP, I'm thinking of it as in the form of me buying a new game from a store. I would never give any company, no matter who they are, $100 just for VIP to get access to their game for an entire year. So I have to treat it with some type of common sense. And why I say common sense, I would never use VIP, but I know how long it would take for you to actually get to where you need to get to without it. And it will take 3 or 4 times as long. So if something takes you about an entire year, 3 or 4 times long, means it will take you about 3 years. 3 years to get there. At best. At worst, 4. Yeah, screw that. Especially with trade. I mean, if you're not doing trade, that's what I mean by 3 or 4 years. If you're doing trade, it will probably take you about 2 years without VIP. But still, that's double the amount of time you're wasting that you have to play in the game that you wouldn't have to. So I'm not down with that at all. There's tons of other games to play. Don't want to have to just invest in playing Neverwinter and just Neverwinter alone. That's bullshit. So I'm going to do dailies and weeklies, and then I'm going to do the top dungeons. Because dailies and weeklies are fast, efficient, and you're not sitting there waiting for more than 5 or 10 minutes. The skirmish takes about 1 or 2 minutes to access. The random dungeon takes about 10 minutes to 30 minutes to access. And every other one takes about 30 minutes to about 40 minutes to access. So I'm only going to do these 2 today. And actually I'm only going to do this one today. And then I'm going to go about doing advanced dungeons later on. So today is the I reach 100k celebration just for myself. So I'm doing everything for my guild and for my clan. I'm going to send them a message later on today. And I'm going to tell them I'm going to go away for about a good month after the month of June, or after the month of May, that I'm going on a summer vacation, so I won't be able to access the game. I mean, I would be able to access the game, but I'm just gonna not be playing Neverwinter for about a good month. I'll be honest with them. It's like, listen, I got other things. I gotta build up another guild in another game. I'm gonna go away for about a full month. I'll come back the next month thereafter. If they got a problem with that, then screw this, you know. And screw their guild. The thing is, in this game, it's just like Warframe. You don't really need a guild. You only need it because they have certain things that gives you access. But you could always find another guild. So I doubt they will have a problem with that. Me just going away for a month, unless they're the pricks. Unless they're pricks. So today is weekly, dailies, and of course, advanced dungeons.
Welcome to my humble arena. Just a sewer. I swear. Huzzah! Let's see what you've got against my illusion. new challenge. Remember, it's all an illusion. Now, will you stay to earn fame and fortune, or play it safe?
Let me play something for you. Music gives life meaning.
Well, I can't fault you for giving up. This was really difficult. Just stay still, while I bring you all back to reality. There. Be careful on your way out.
Yeah, I can't fault them for giving up either. Once you die at least once in that arena thing, you typically always give up. Unless you have Scroll of Life, which I had. But I doubt that they have Scroll of Life, or even if they did, they probably didn't want to waste it. So, that's all there is to it. So that's that. Now what I'm gonna do is, I'm not gonna do this because that'll take like 30 minutes just to wait for that. I could do other missions, but this is all about doing heavier dungeons. I want to access the strong dungeons, the master dungeons. And this is the level 100k dungeon. This is level 95,000. And this is the 105. Which I'm not going to do because that'll probably take me about another month to get to 105. Because just to get to 1000k, or yeah, just to get to 1000 points, it takes you all my enchantments will have to be celestial just for me to reach 5000. And for me to just get to 1000, 2 of my enchantments will have to be celestial, and then the next 2 or 3 will have to be celestial for it to get to 2000. And then the last maybe 3 or 4 will have to be to get to 3000. Which means the last 2k will probably have to do with armor, which will have to be more than 3,300 per, or more than 3,200 per armor type. Yeah, or maybe, yeah, about 3,200 or 3,150 to make up for that last 2k. So all my enchantments will have to be celestial, and all my armor will have to be 3,150 for me to get to 1,500. I mean 105k to get access to this, which I'm not gonna do. I'm gonna do that in the next 2 months after my VIP is over, which means after I go on vacation, after VIP is done, then I'll do this. I'll come back and I'll do this, and I'll get all my enchantments up to celestial level. Actually, I'll do other missions as well that are pretty high. Advanced dungeons. Basically what 100k means is that if I was to fight at 70,000, I wouldn't have a problem fighting this enemy. Because the enemies in the game are typically, if you go over 10,000, when fighting an enemy that's 70,000, let's say I'm at 80,000, I'm able to handle those enemies, and I might die once or twice at 70k with a decent team. But if I'm at 90k, it's highly unlikely that I will die at all if I'm at 90k, because I'm 20,000 levels above them. And the same goes to level 100k. If I'm at 80, fighting an enemy, like say at 80,000 or 85k, I'm not worried about dying at 85k if I have a decent team. But I will worry about fighting and dying a lot at 95 and 100k, because the enemy is very close to my item level as well as my power. But at 80, 70, I have no problem with it. Now now if enemies have a one-shot ability, it doesn't matter what high level you are. Like when I was doing the illusion gambit, it doesn't matter what item level you are, how high you are. The game balances off your strength of your character's powers and set enemies against them based on your power strength. So it levels the playing field, and it does that for any enemy type or any level type. So even if I am at 100k, if I fight enemies that are at 50k, the game sees that I'm beyond the level of the enemy, so it tries to balance it off to make the enemies a little bit stronger, but not so strong that the weaker allies within my group gets completely obliterated. So that's how dungeons work. That's how I know I'd be able to do fine at 80k, 85k, but around 90 or 100k, I'd be able to struggle a lot. And since I already know what these dungeons are, these are the same regular dungeons, Lair of Mad Dragons, Imperial Citadel. I already know what those are, so maybe it's best not to play these, because I already done them before. What I'm going to do is the 85k one, and I'm going to do the lesser version of them, because I don't really need to play them. I just know that they're going to be hard. We'll do all advanced dungeons. And I could do the heavy 100k ones. I'll do them anyway, just in case. I doubt anyone will be doing them. I mean, some people are going to chance it, but unless those people are at 120k or 115, they're not going to do it. So they would have to me, anyone who does 100k dungeons will have to be at celestial level in enchantments. I'm just doing it for fun. I doubt that anyone will be doing it. I'll do one skirmish, Master of the Hunt, 45, 55, and that's pretty much it. And then also Reaper. I'm not going to do this because you don't join a large group, you join a small group. And I'm my 100k random dungeons are 30k max. The same goes for regular dungeons. Same goes for advanced dungeons. The highest advanced dungeons go is 70k. So I guess I could select this just for fun. And I'm selecting all of them because I know for a fact that it takes long for these quays to load up. I don't need to do this. And the only reason I'm not doing this, like I said, is because I haven't reached 100. And it might take me anywhere from 5 to 30 minutes to get a ping for a quay. So might as well go to my stronghold. For some damn reason, whoever made this game thought it was a good idea to have people wait for a long period of time. I used to think that maybe it has something to do with matchmaking. They're trying to find people who are within the same strength level as you are. But now I realize that can't be possible. So I haven't donated a lot to a guild lately, but I am going to wait and see if a guild event. Next one is at 8:30. It's 7:52, which means that's 37 minutes from now. That's far away, so I can't do that. Alright, so I would have to go back and do a mission. In the meantime, for Protect Us Enclave, one of the weeklies, I believe it's Valenhas. So I'm gonna go to Valenhas and do a heroic encounter, and hopefully by then I'll get a ping. Here's the thing: is everything takes so long in this game just to get a quay ping. It's ridiculous.
Well, there's not much time and much to do. The Holy Barrier. Anything else? The Black. We've lost the We have reports of new fiends taking control of the vault. They've gathered weapons.
Good to see you. Devils are anything else? More fiends are in our midst. Mischievous imps and bloodsworn accumulate atop the walls that used to keep us safe.
Thank you for being... Our ability to perform healing magic is under attack. Soon after we arrived here, stone braziers mysteriously appeared around the stronghold. When all of them are ablaze, our healing powers are adversely affected. Frankly, it becomes increasingly difficult to heal our wounded at all. How they are lit is unknown, but they can be put out with a simple douse of water. The problem is, the land around each brazier is overrun. Keeping us helpless is apparently a common desire between demon and devil kind. We need you to put out all of the braziers to restore our healing power.
Now, once it hits, once it hit about 30 minutes and I'm still here, then I'll select like almost everything within the quay, because then that means no one's doing any of those dungeons, whether it's advanced, whether it's master, whether it's trials. None of them. And that's no good. The power and critical strike. Everything else is about average as hell. Awareness is pretty good. I guess his sole purpose is to help you kill things faster. He does give me 104,000. And as my power rating goes up to about 108. So that's very good. But I'm thinking to myself, like, okay, so what if I use this guy? Critical strike is at 21,000 too. Deflection's at 21,000. So even if my power rating is low, damage deflect is off, and my awareness is pretty high as well. And I said to myself, alright, so what if I want more defense? Increase my defense to 22,000, my awareness to 21, and my deflection. So this butterfly is mostly for defending yourself, not for killing. So the decision is between, do I want more power and more critical strike and more awareness and deflection? Or do I want more power, more critical strike, and more deflection, and not awareness? Unfortunately, there's not a companion that allow me to do that. So I think for the moment, since my defense is 90,000, my deflection is 96. My power strength is at 96k. I'll see what. My deflection goes back down to 84,000, which means I would have to kill the enemies fast, otherwise I'm going to take a lot of critical damage. My defense is pretty good. Yeah, I'll go with this for the moment.
Is someone out there?
Other dungeons except the skirmish dungeons, but at least I was able to have fun and do this for a while. So yep, that's it for Neverwinter. I'm probably going to come back to this game in like September or August.